Hey everybody, it is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios. Alive in the land of the living. It's been a little while since the last update and I'm tired. Yeah. You know the drill. New baby and all. Little Charlie's 3 weeks old. And yeah, not a lot of sleep. Wearing a hat because my hair is a real mess, as you can see. Um, but that's not what I want to talk to you today about, as interesting as raising a newborn is. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about Swords and Sandals Crusader Redux, which, believe it or not, I am still working on through all of this. I've had a little bit of time to work on the game when Charlie's been asleep and Isaac, my oldest boy, is in daycare. And I finally finished the tournament section of the game, which was the last major component of the game that needed to be done. So all we need to do now is string together all the missions, make sure they work, and then do a bit of balancing and bug fixing, and then I'm going to put the game in beta, hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks. So that's really come together quick. I'm, kind of surprised through this whole, crazy year we've had that the game is somehow materialized. It's one of those things that, I've been building it and building it and building it. But then I never feel like I'm at my computer. I never feel like I'm actually, there working on it. It feels like my dev time has just disappeared. But we are nearly there. I promised it would be done by sort of March, April. Yeah. And then, 2020 happened. And, now it's almost August. And I'm really, really hoping that I can get this up on Steam by the end of August. Only going to be a small beta, maybe a week or so, just with a few trusted beta testers. But I want to show you today the tournament of the game, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about it when we load it up. So let's go over to the game now and fire it up. So here we are. I'm going to open right now at the invitation to the tournament special event that pops up. Special events pop up in the game every now and again, and they're little sort of mini adventures, little choose your own adventures. You've seen these in Swords and Sandals before. Tournaments happen usually they can only happen once a mission, but it's a random day, and sometimes it's as early as sort of 4 or 5 turns into the game. Sometimes it might be up to like 100 turns in. So you're not always going to get a tournament every game, but if you stick around long enough, you probably will. So invitation to the tournament, you can attend or decline. We will attend. And what you also will notice in the game now is that there are sounds. I haven't put every single sound in the game, but most of them are in there. So let's attend. I love the sound, the music for this tournament. It's done by a bunch of brothers called Derek and Brandon Feichter, I think they are, and I discovered them on YouTube, and I licensed this track. This is a track that you might have heard before if you've ever listened to any medieval music on YouTube, but it's got a real sort of sense of pageantry, and I basically built the tournament because I liked this song so much, and they were very gracious and licensed the track to me for the game. So, all right, summer tournament. If the tournament happens in summer, it's summer. If it's winter, So 4 lords have attended today. Hikaeos, Arglax, Lionel, and Belgrave. The other 4 have declined. You can get up to all 8 lords competing, but it's quite rare. Sometimes Antares will even enter, just for fun. So you can usually compete for land, gold, or fame. Because this tournament has happened right at the start of the game, we're only going to be able to compete for fame. But if you compete for land and you win, you can actually win 1 land from each other person competing in the tournament. So you can actually win up to 7 lands in the big tournament, which is major. So we compete for fame right now. So if you win, you'll get some experience. Let's begin the tournament. Round 1 is cliff diving. I don't know if you ever played world games back in the olden days. Back in the 80s, it used to be like, summer games, winter games, and world games, which was kind of fun sports from around the world. And cliff diving was one of them, and I always wanted to put it in a game. So, don't get me wrong, it's ridiculous, but why not? Begin cliff diving. This is the first of 4 events that you'll compete in the tournament. So here are instructions. It's kind of like a little nod to the silliness of Swords and Sandals 4. And some people love those mini games. And even though I didn't, I kind of know that, it's a little nod to that. So in cliff diving, you have to jump from the cliff into the water far below. You can use forward rolls, backward rolls, cannonballs, and you have to hit the water at the perfect angle, which is head first, 90 degrees. So let's choose a forward roll, and you get 3 dives, and this one can earn up to, how many points. Each event, you can earn up to 9 points to a forward roll. So you press the mouse, and they'll spin. That's a good dive, 6 points. And I got a bonus for a somersault. But we can do better than that. I'm going to try diving again. We'll try a backward roll this time. See if we can do better. Whoa. Feet first. Not so good. But our best score of 6 is still accepted if we wish. Let's have one more dive. Cannonball. Whoa, cannonball's the fastest and the hardest. 2 points, yeah. If you land at a horizontal angle, no points for you. So the music for the tournament is supposed to loop. It isn't looping yet, but if we earn 6 points, we're in 3rd place. Chaos somehow earned 9 points from that dive, which is kind of amazing. The second event is the Noble Deeds. And this is a throwback to Swords and Sandals Medieval, where you did Noble Deeds before your fights. So I've just taken that and tweaked it a little bit, and you perform a chivalric noble deed. Look, I know that this is a kind of a funny thing to have in the game, especially for evil characters like Chaos and so on, but it's a tournament of chivalry, and just for this day alone, they've got to be good. They've got to be chivalrous. So what would you like to do? Shall we stand up to some bullies, assist the elderly, be a bodyguard, or re-shoe a horse? Let's assist the elderly. You help an elderly crone across the road, but she swears at you and spits in your eye as a thank you. That's outrageous. So it's basically 50-50 whether you get something good or not. And we earn 1 point from the Noble Deed, which is rough. So we're now in 4th place. There's a little bit of luck involved, but we can make it back up in the jousting. Let's begin the joust. You can also simulate events. If you don't want to do any particular events, if you don't like them, you just simulate them and you'll get some random points. Jousting will be familiar to those who have played Swords and Sandals Medieval as well, because that was a staple of that game. Same thing, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Shield is an easy target, head is a hard target. The faster, if you go for the head, the circles go quicker. So watch what I do. It's hard to explain. So watch, I have to make the circles touch. I missed. Both tied. Let's try again. We'll try an easier target because it's quite fast. 2 points. Oh, I missed again. And we got hit in the head. So now we trail 3-0. We have to go for the head now. There we go. We got it. So we hit him in the head and we got 3 points. He got 3, we got 3. Not a great showing from the from the jousting, but perhaps if we do well in the single combat, we might get a place. This is the final event in the tournament. So as you can see, these are just a quick round of mini games, just to break up the kind of the fatigue of battle. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. And Swords and Sandals should be fun. It shouldn't all be hard times and battles and so on. There's meant to be a few laughs in there as well. This harkens to Swords and Sandals Pirates. So as you can see, I've drawn from Swords and Sandals 4, Medieval, and Pirates for this. This is an ultra-fast version of combat. You can slash, which has a 60% chance to hit of 2 damage and will push your enemy a small way. You can cut, which does large push distance and does 1 damage. You can vault over your foe, which is jumping over them if you feel like you're near the edge of a cliff. And you can heal. You can only use that twice. Let's begin. We're fighting against dear friend Sir Belgrave. So let's try a slash. Actually a cut. And that knocks him towards the edge there. 8, 9 health. So we knocked him off. Great. So how many points? We got 9 points for that. So we finish miraculously in 1st place, which is amazing. Now let's end the tournament and see what happens. So this is another track from those Feichter brothers who actually commissioned this especially for me. It's a bit more of a sort of a festival sounding track. So King Lionel IX wins the summer tournament of 592 CM. CM stands for Constellation Mirror. For those who don't know, it's it's 592 years since the Constellation Mirror first opened and the precursors entered Brandor. For those who care about lore. So Belgrave of the Templar Church finishes in second place and gains the respect of the crowd. Congratulations, you have done the Kingdom of Fator proud this day. You gain enough experience to gain a level. Belgrave gains enough experience to gain half a level. And there's the 4 combatants there. So there you go. That's the tournaments, and it was fun making that. It didn't take me that long. It was a bit of a a detour from the main game, but I wanted this to have a little bit more than just Sword and Sandals Crusader, because what's the point in just completely remaking something without adding a little to it? And I know there are a lot of fans of Crusader, and I just wanted to really do it a bit of justice. And also, I was really inspired by Defender of the Crown when I made Sword and Sandals Crusader, and that had jousting in it, and it's something that I wanted to kind of pay homage to, because the games shared a lot of similarities. All right, that's it for today. As I said, a few more weeks, hopefully 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll get it into beta. And then, look, it'll be up on Steam as soon as you know it, which is kind of amazing. I'm going to put a link below this video. If you'd like to wishlist the game, that would really help me out, because the more wishlists the game has, the more it appears on Steam and in the sort of new and upcoming, anticipated releases, and that really makes a difference to me. So that'd be awesome. Back to me. Well, I took my hat off. There you go. There's me. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I haven't done that many videos lately, but I do appreciate all the comments, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to reply to most of the comments on the game. Let's turn that music off for now. All right. I do appreciate all the comments you guys write on YouTube and on the Discord and everything. It really kind of gets me through these times when I'm on my phone and away from the computer late at night, looking after Charlie and so on. It's nice to kind of connect with the fans and so on. So I thank you. And if you want more videos from me, want to be notified, of course, you can subscribe to the channel. Bing. If you like. I know content has been few and far between, and I do apologize, but most important is firstly the baby. The baby's great, Charlie's great, and of course for the fans, getting a good game out, and then finally tackling Swords and Sandals 6, which I've promised for so very long. All right, my friends, until next time, we'll do another video in a week or two showing you a full preview of the game with sound and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. Love you all. Stay safe out there, and bye for now.